Okay, my peeps, this is the first of two videos. The first is on the Cornell method for taking notes. The second is on concept maps that go together. So what you do with the Cornell method, it's a method for taking notes and then organizing your notes and interacting with your notes. So before I wrote any of these notes, what you do is you make you a column, basically with the red line going down the page. Okay. Then you make another line over here and make it a summary block. Okay. And obviously it'll take up more paper, but it's a great way of, what am I trying to say? Interacting with your notes. So one of the videos you've got to watch this week is Dr. Bruce Chu's I Blew the Exam, So What? So I took notes on that lecture, all right? So he was talking about you blew the lecture, now what? And things he said don't panic, don't be in denial, take positive steps, be honest with your performance. Did you go to class? Did you read the materials? After you look at the exam, were your notes matching up with the exam? Did you take, not very good notes? Did you not read for comprehension, that kind of thing? And then he suggests that you go see your professor. Now, there's more to this video than this, but this is just the page of notes I took on that part of the video, all right? Now, what you do is you take your notes and you start putting them in an organizational chart or form, all right? So here you're talking about the don'ts. So you put out here the don'ts. Don't panic. Don't be in denial. Obviously, if you're taking a class with more sophisticated terms, sociological terms, biological terms, you're going to have the term out here. And so when you get ready to study, you're like, where is that note on, endometriosis? Well, there it is because you've outlined it. All right. Then you're over here and you've written down the do's, be honest about what you do. You're just outlining your notes over here so that when you're looking for stuff, you can look over here and find it. All right. What I did I go to class? Did I read the material? Did I take bad notes? Did I read well enough to understand the material and so forth? All right. And then, this video talks about you need to go see your professor. I would add go see a classmate that maybe did well on the exam and find out how they studied, how they took notes, that kind of thing. All right. Then you have outlined your notes. Then you're writing a summary of your notes. These notes talk about what to do and not to do after you blow a test. Don't be dishonest. And, what are the things that I need to do? So think about this. And I've got this 1, 2, 3, 4 up here. Number one is you've taken the notes itself, all right? Or let's say number one is you've read the material before you come to class. That's a better way of saying that. Number two is you've taken the notes. Hush, that's my dog, sorry. Number three, you've outlined your notes, all right? And number four, you start going back over your outline again. So think about this. In less than a day or two, you have encountered the material once by reading about it. You've encountered the material twice by taking notes. You've encountered the material 3 times by doing the Cornell method of outlining and summarizing. And then you've gone over it another time just by reading over it and looking at your outline. A number 5 might be to, pardon me, I'm trying to do this and look at my phone. Number 5 would be to go to the next page and create a concept map, which will be the next video, all right? All of this is Dr. Chu's suggestions, strong suggestions, that you do deep processing. You're not just memorizing a bunch of terms. You are really internalizing the material. You should be able, after you've gone through the Cornell method and the concept map, you should be able to hand your notes to your friend and be able to give a decent summary of your notes. If you can do that, then you have internalized the information, you understand it pretty well, and no matter what kind of question the professor asks you in a exercise or an exam, you should be able to do pretty well.